Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to my Game of Thrones Legends mobile game content. So today folks, we are going to continue the series. This is going to be part 3 in the ROBBS War series, where we're going to talk about some good teams and some good strategies to be able to do well in the ROBBS War event. So as you can see, I have locked down normal in number 1 in normal. I'm at number 2 in hard right now, so somebody passed me, so that's fine. I'll worry about trying to up those scores later. No big deal. And Treacherous is where I'm at right now, and this is the third video. This is where we're going to focus on for this one. We are going to go into Treacherous, and we're going to try to assemble a good team. I have been listening to a lot of the discussion on my Discord, and I think I've come up with a really good combo that I'm going to go ahead and try. I did put some levels into 3 of the characters that are going to be part of this team, and let's look at them right now. So Lord of Bones, obviously, I put some levels into him. He's now 185. I do have the silver to take him up a little bit more if I think he needs it, but I'm a little hesitant to take him any higher right now because I don't want him to get too strong. I want him to be able to compete in Treacherous and Kingslayer and not have to struggle. Okay, so BlueStacks is being crazy, so I am going to pause and get the game back, and I'll be right back. So many bugs with this application. It's so crazy. I love to be able to use it because I like to be able to film on my PC, but dadgum, it gives me fits. It's always crashing. Anyway, so we wanted to put a little bit of effort into Lord of Bones, like I was just saying, but I don't want to get him too strong because I want him to be able to compete in Treacherous and Kingslayer. And if I get him too strong, then he'll do good in Kingslayer, but we'll just kill stuff in Treacherous, and that's not what we want. Dreadfort Flayer is another one that I'm going to put in my team. I've taken him up to 155, and I probably will take him up a little higher, not sure, just depends on how well he survives. I am going to swap around some gear just a little bit on him because I want to put some defense and health legendaries on him to help him survive, I'm sure. And then Bolton Field General, I've taken him up to 155 also, and right now they both just have straight epic subclass gear on, 100% subclass gear, but I do plan on putting some defense and hit point gear on them, like I said, because I think these two are going to be the weakest link in the chain, and I don't want to increase their damage any more than it already is, but I do want to increase their survivability because I don't want them to die during the battle, and I don't want to have to put in a healer to make sure that they don't die, because my other focus is going to be Blue Jon Snow. I want him in the party as well because he does an insane amount of ice, and that's what I need. So I want him to be strong as well, and he's a legendary. He's 4 stars, so I think he's just about right for Treacherous, and we'll see what he does when I get to the 4th video in Kingslayer. Not sure if he'll make it in Kingslayer or not. I may have to rethink my strategy on him when I get to Kingslayer, and maybe put Ned in or somebody else that can survive a little better, or I may just put some legendary gear on him. Not sure how I'm going to work through that one yet, but that's the plan. And then through some parts of the battles we'll have to sub Lady Julie in. That'll be fine. We'll let her join the team as well, and I think that'll be a good mix. So let's jump into it and let's see what we can do. So I'm going to go ahead and bracket myself in Treacherous, and then we'll see what my bracket ends up looking like. Okay, so I got myself bracketed, and now we will go in and set the team that we're going to use. So I want to put whoops, that was the wrong choice. I'm going to put Blue Jon Snow in there. I want to throw in Lord of Bones and the Bolton Field Generals are already in there. I want the Dreadfort Flayer. And then for the levels that I do not have Lady Julie. So I've got 2 real good bleeders. I've got 2 real good icers. Bleed doesn't ever really seem to be the problem. It always usually seems to be ice that's the kicker. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go in with this team right here and see what they do by themselves, and I'm going to leave a slot open for Lady Julie to join whenever she does. We'll see how that goes. And I need to decide who needs to be the leader. So in trying to decide who I should make as the leader, Jon Snow's leadership ability doesn't really do anything for adding status effect like ice. And I don't really think he's ever going to get to the point that he's going to die, so I'm not really worried about him being leader. Lord of Bones, let's see if his leadership ability. Lord of Bones reduces the dodge chance of all enemies for 12 turns at the start of combat. That really doesn't do anything for what I'm trying to do here either. Dreadfort Flayer does not have a leadership ability. And I don't think this one will either. Bolton Field General does not have a leadership ability as well. So I am kind of stuck without a leader. So let's look at Sansa. Sansa is immune to bleed. An enemy becomes brittle. She heals all allies for 10% of their max. And when an ally is debuffed, Sansa afflicts the source of the debuff with 1 ice. So that could possibly be useful, and she is a low power for me, so she shouldn't cause too much trouble. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put her in there as leader and see what happens. And then when I need to, when Lady Julie wants to join my party, I can remove Sansa to allow her to join. Because nobody else really has a relevant, in this team comp, nobody else really has a relevant leadership ability to actually do any good. So this will somewhat be okay, I think. So now I'm going to look at the gear real quick just to make sure that I have the gear on them that I want. Okay, so I want to put some health and defense gear on my Dreadfort Flayer and my Bolton Field General because those 2 are going to struggle to survive possibly. So I want to mitigate that by putting more health or defense on them. So I'm going to need legendary gear for a strategist, and I think the other one is also a strategist. Yes, okay, so they're both strategists. So basically what I need to do is look at my strategists and see if I have any legendary defense gear that could help them. Okay, so this one is defense and it's level 23, so that could be a choice. That's attack. I do not want attack, so let's take this piece of gear off. And then let's look at another strategist. This piece is defense. It's only level 1. This piece is defense. It's only level 1, and that's attack. So we're not really the greatest choices there. So let me look at some of the other strategists. This piece is level 1. It is defense. This is an attack piece. I don't want an attack piece. Okay, let's find another strategist. Okay, here we go. This will be some good gear to remove probably. So I've got health right here of level 28. I'm going to take that one off. And then I have defense level 26. I'm going to take that one off. And that's probably about as good as I'm going to get right there. I think that was 3 pieces of gear that I removed. Okay, and that's probably about it for strategist gear, because everybody else... Okay, so he's got one, but that's an attack piece. Okay, so that's not what I want. So let's go back, and I think I need to remove one more piece to put a good piece of defense on them. So that should be enough right there. So let's go back and look at the people that I'm going to put it on now. Dreadfort Flayer, you, sir, are going to get a piece of that. And I'll give you this one. He's stronger than the other one, so I'll give him the not the best gear. Then I'll give the other one the best gear. Okay, there we go. Whoops, went too far. So you, sir, will get this one. And I accidentally took off 2 pieces of defense, so I actually need a hit point piece. So if I can find one more hit point piece, that would be great. So let me look back up. Okay, he's attack only. She has a defense piece on, so that's not going to work. And this one is a defense piece, so that's not going to work. That may be it for gear that I can remove. Yep, it looks like it. So what I can do is look for a epic piece that has high stats on it. That is defense. That is hit points, but it's only level 1. It's not much better than what he already has on. This one is hit points and it's max. So if I take that one off and put it on him, that'll be about as good as I can do right now. Okay, so let's get that on him. It's all set up for trying to make this work. Okay, you can see that's a lot better than what he currently has on. Okay, so that's about as good as I can do those two with hit point and defense gear on. Could throw a couple levels onto this just for kicks. Just for funsies, put a couple levels on it and see where we end up. I like to keep about 3 to 4 of each piece that I have on hand, just in case somebody needs one, like in a situation like this. So usually when I'm using my epics to level up something, I usually don't go below 3 or 4 of each piece. That way I have some always ready to go in case one of them needs a piece, like today. Today is a day that people need gear. So this is a good example of why I hang on to gear like I do. Okay, I have 1 million food, so I don't want to get too crazy with spending it, but let's try to take it up at least. There we go. Let's take it up to 36. So that's going to add 281 defense onto that piece of gear, and that'll be good for whoever ends up wearing it again after we're done with this. So that's a good thing. So yeah. So let's go ahead and take that team in now. Finally, we did a lot of setup here. And now let's see how we do. So we're in Treacherous. Let's go ahead and start the first battle. We're going to take this team in right here. When we need to, we'll remove Sansa. Okay, so we need green, yellow, red, blue, and purple to be effective. So got quite a bit of blue, got quite a bit of purple, yellow. I want to try to get my bleeds going and some of the other status effects. So I need to charge up my Bolton dudes and Lord of Bones. And Jon Snow. We'll take a charge on him too. So we'll take a charge on pretty much everybody. Don't want to use her power because I do not want to increase, you know, it would be good to increase the defense if these start to struggle, but I don't want to increase the attack. So I'm probably going to just hold on to her hero power unless I get desperate and need to add to the defense of some of these. But now I've got the bleed capability charged, so let's do that. Okay, we got 2 and 3 on those two, and I actually got an ice on that one for some reason. Let's do Jon Snow and put some ice on him. Hopefully he won't kill them. I may have to remove gear from him if he's too strong at this level, but I think he'll be okay. Okay, let's get Lord of Bones charged up. I would like to pop a bleed off before I do Lord of Bones because I think Lord of Bones is probably going to kill him. So let's get some bleed on him. Boom. So that's almost full. And then Lord of Bones, put some more ice on him. Okay, so that's a good looking set of debuffs right there. I've almost got max on a couple of them. So I need to work some more ice in there if I can. Some more Jon Snow, or I could also take some more bleed, so we'll do that. Very good. So I need some more Jon Snow or some more Lord of Bones. So there we go. Let's try to put some more ice on him. Boom. So we've got this guy at 5 and 3, so we definitely want to try to kill him off. So we'll match where we can and try to hit him. I'm going to go ahead and do Lord of Bones because this guy still needs an ice. Okay, now we've got them both at 5 and 3. That's what we want right there. So that is what we're looking to achieve. This guy won't do a lot of good if I do him right now. Well, actually he will because the bleed is gone. So I need to go ahead and put that bleed back on before we kill him and then put more bleed back on. Okay, and then hurry up and get rid of him. Should have matched that wolf gem. Boom, there we go. So that was good. We took out our targets with pretty much maximum stacks on them. That wolf gem put some ice and bleed on. Jon Snow's going to put some ice on. Let's try to charge up our bleed dudes. And there we go. We got some bleed now. Okay, get some bleed. Try to get Lord of Bones going. There we go. Get some more ice on him. And let's try to get our bleed dudes again one more time if we can before we kill them. So we can get those max stacks of bleed on. Okay, got him. Got room for more bleed and more ice, so let's do some more ice. This ought to be a pretty good score on this one because I've had multiple enemies die with max stats, so max stacks, excuse me. So this ought to be a pretty good one actually. Okay, we'll get some more bleed on him and we'll just go ahead and take that one. Probably should have did the wolf gem instead. Do some more bleed. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll finish them off. Okay, that ought to be a really good score. Wow, that's not as good as I had hoped it would be. Imagine that. 82,000 on that one. I had suspected that that would be closer to 100K. I guess it's because I killed a few of them without getting max stacks and then probably took just a little bit too many turns. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I have room that I can beef up the power just a little bit on Lord of Bones. So I'm going to take Lord of Bones up a couple more levels. Maybe to 190 if I've got the resources. Okay, I'm going to take him up to 190. Don't want to go too fast, too quick, too far, too quick with him because I don't want to get him to a point that he's too strong and then I can't go back. So it's not going to hurt me to take him up to that because I don't really use him for anything else. I may start though because I'm putting some levels into him like this, I may start using him in other places. I'm going to take this guy up to 160, and I'm going to take the other one up to 160 as well if I got enough. And then I'm going to hold right there and see how, okay, I don't have enough. I'm going to hold right there and see how that does. That should be a little bit better. Claim my rewards real quick. Let me check and make sure that that additional silver I gathered didn't give me the ability to do one more level. Nope. Okay. So I'm really close. Next time I go into that screen, I should be able to do it. Okay. Just wanted to see what my house was saying real quick. Okay, so let's try the next one. And this time, let's just, for fun, let's put it on auto battle and see what happens. Just for kicks. Just to see how well auto battle does. Ideally, I would like to get the team to where it can do in the 90s or better on auto battle, and then that would be, I would be satisfied with that. Because then I would only have to go back and replay some levels if I was desperate to try to keep first place. And Treacherous is going to be one of those brackets that I am desperate to keep first place, because that's where some legendary gear is going to come in, so that's why it's super important. I'm just curious to see what this team does on auto battle real quick, just for fun. It's putting some stacks on, so it's doing good there. It's not getting them to max, but it's putting some on. The capability to stack is there. It's just, does the auto battle make the right choices on when to use the skills and when to not kill? It's auto battle's priority is probably to kill, because that's what it's designed to do, get you through the level and beat them. So it's not really concerned about how can I stall the battle out to make sure I get max stacks, because that's not what AI is programmed to do in this situation. Wish we had the ability to program the AI for our own playstyle. That would be super cool. Kind of like making your own script type of thing. Done that in other games, and that was always fun. Okay, last round of enemies. Got one more after this. Let's see how well of a score it can generate on its own. And then I probably will take back over, because I want to play this. Kind of disappointed in that first battle, because I thought that it would do a lot better than it did. I was expecting more like a 100k score. I felt like I didn't drag it out too long, so I don't know why my turns taken score wasn't a little higher. I do feel like I had room to get a few extra status effects in there, but not really a whole lot, so I'm kind of surprised at that score. It must be due to speed, and that's kind of why I bumped up the power just a little bit on them, so that I can see how they do. Okay, these are the last two. It does feel like it's taken quite a bit of long time for the AI to finish the battle, so I don't think the score is going to be that great based on that alone. And it's not really stacking very well, the debuffs, so I know that controlling it by hand, I'm going to get a better score. But I'm just curious to see what this will do. This is one of those battles where I have control of my full team. See, 70k, I can do a lot better than that. So let me redo that battle and just see how well I can do versus the AI controlling it. All right, whoops, stop. Okay, so I want to charge up my bleeders. I want to charge up Jon Snow and Lord of Bones. Go ahead and put some bleed on him, even though it'll probably wear off before I get the ability to kill him. Okay, let's put some ice on him. Get some status effects going here, guys. You know, I'm tempted to take her out and put Ned in, but I am afraid that, because Ned would throw one ice on them at the start of the battle always. But I'm just a little worried that Ned would be too strong. So I'm not really sure how that would go. Okay, he's got max brittle. Or max stacks of ice, I mean. Alright, let's try to charge up our other guy before we take his turn. And lower the bones a little bit so that we can finish them when we're ready. It's so hard. Whenever you see a hero charge up, it's so hard not to use them. Because you're always wanting to use those heroes when they're ready. Okay, don't kill him. Oh, didn't want to kill him yet. Alright, here we go. Let's get... Oh, we didn't get any more enemies advanced that round. Well, that sucks. Okay, got max bleed. Don't need to use my other bleeder right now. Can't match a wolf gem. Let's do some more ice. And I should have did the bleeder first, so that didn't go so smart. That wasn't the best choice. I'm still learning how to play it though, so I'm trying to get there. Okay, let's put some bleed on him. And let's try to get some Lord Bones going. There we go. Get some ice. Be nice to have Jon Snow charged up right now. And that ain't gonna happen yet. Oh, I should have did that wolf gem instead. Probably should have did the bleeder first in case Jon killed them before they had max stats. Max stacks. I keep saying stats. It's hard. Okay, let's do the wolf gem. And let's do the blue. Try to charge up Jon Snow or Lord of Bones. Either one would work. Okay, Lord of Bones is the one. Let's get that wolf gem. Let's try to get bleed, try to get ice. Alright, that was better, but it still was not where I want to be, dadgummit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, well, here's the point that I'm going to get that I have to add Lady Julie. So I was going to take Sansa out and put... Well, no, I don't have to add her just yet. So I'm going to take Sansa out and I'm going to put Ned in. Make him the leader. So that he will throw down some ice. And I'm just not going to try to use his ability if it charges up at all. This battle will be a little bit less because Lady Julie cannot take stacks of ice. She's immune. So that's going to make it a little more difficult. So I might actually end up using Ned in this battle if he charges up, so that I can hurry up and get rid of her. Get rid of these two wolf gems. That'd be great. Okay, so I'm doing pretty decent with stacking. Let's get the red guy charged up, and I'd kind of like to get a little bit more bleed before I kill him off. Okay, there we go. Let's do some ice and some bleed. There's going to be times when you'll want to hang on to your 2 bleeders, and because the bleed wears off. So you've got to kind of think about when to do it versus when you're going to plan on trying to kill them, so that you can stack before you do it. And that's kind of what I think I need to focus on a little bit more, is my timing. Okay, I'm going to use him on Lady Julie. So I need to get her work down at some point. And I did not mean to kill them so fast. So he is definitely, Lord of Bones is definitely a lot stronger. Those few levels I put into him made a little bit of a difference. Okay, she can have bleed, so we'll try to make sure we keep that on her. Try to make sure that we keep that bleed. Get these stacks of wolf gems. Okay, so I don't know. Wow, that's a pitiful score. That one's going to be difficult because she doesn't take stacks of ice, so that one's going to have to be max stacks on everybody else and as fast as possible. Okay, so now I think we have to add Lady Julie to our party. Okay, and that takes Ned out, and that's the one I wanted to remove, so that's good. So this is where I want to be whenever she is the party member that joins. I want to have that composition. I'm pretty sure that this is a really good team comp, so I'm going to stick with it. I just have to learn how to play it better, I think. And then I think I will be doing a lot better with this. Because right now I think I'm just not really making the best choices as far as what I need to be doing with my turn order. So I need some ice. Let's get the ice on there. Bleed, I can always take that. Okay, I'm gonna try to use this wolf gem and then stack the bleed back. Okay, I've got 3 bleed. Where's this guy at? He's not showing his bleed icon. He's got 2. So I'm getting close to killing these 2. I think if I put bleed on him and then let Lord of Bones do his thing, he'll wipe those 2 out. Well, he only got 1. Try to charge up my bleeders, because I'm going to have to reapply at some point. Okay, well, I've got 3 stacks of ice. I could take a couple more if it would give me one. Let's see what Julie does. She takes them out, and she doesn't really put a stack on, I don't think. So she's a good finisher, but not really the greatest stacker. So he's running out of health, so I need to try to use him when I can, even though I probably won't get to kill them yet. Let's use the wolf gem. Let's use him. Make sure we keep that bleed on there whenever possible. This is where having a healer would come in really handy, because you could heal up this guy if you needed to keep him alive. Okay, he's got 4 and 3. I'm going to try to get one more ice on him. Didn't happen. am I going to get more ice on him before his bleed runs out? I don't think so. So I'm going to go ahead and just take him out because I don't want to lose those stacks of bleed, because it's whatever they have when they die is what goes on to your ice and bleed stack score. We did confirm that with some discussion in the Discord by testing and looking at some things. It doesn't matter if you apply the bleed. If it wears off before they die, it doesn't count. So you have to try to get to 5 and 3 and then kill them as quick as possible before the bleed starts to wear off, because that will lower your score if it does wear away before they die. Just remember, it's whatever they have when they die is what counts towards your score. Okay, so I'm going to keep on playing. I got Lady Julie in my party. That was an 89. That wasn't too bad. If I refine my turn order choices, I think I will do a lot better. I'm going to hang on. I'm going to start hanging on to my bleeders a little bit, because I think I'm using the bleeders just a little bit too early. And it's wearing off before we get to the end of the battle. So right now I need to get some more ice on. Okay, there's some good ice. Let's get some blue and get some more ice with Jon Snow. Okay, he did get there. Okay, good deal. So they're starting to die, so I need to get some bleed on them before they do. That one's got 3, so he's good. Let's try to put an ice on him with that. Wolf Gem, that worked. And now we need to try to finish him. Let's use Lady Julie to do that. He died with 5 and 3, so that was perfect. Okay, now we're going to... What are we going to do? Let's try to charge up my other bleeder to have him ready for whenever the time's right. Probably should have did that wolf gem if I had the ability to. I keep forgetting about those. I need to pay more attention to doing the wolf gems, because those help you stack ice for sure. Let's do this and see if we can get some blue to match. There we go. Got some ice. Okay, here we go. So now we got our ices ready and our bleeders ready and our finisher ready. So this is going to go pretty good, I think. Ice on them, bleed on them, bleed on them, and a finisher. 5 and 3. Boom. That went good. I didn't get to see what the first two ended up with because they went so fast. That's what I need to work for. When I have a good group of enemies, I need to try to get as many of them charged up. That way I can do them in a turn order in succession. Just boom, 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 boom. Get them all. That works out great when that happens. But that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you got to just do what you got to do. Okay, let's get that. Got to get some ice. Got to get some ice going. Need yellow or blue. So there's some yellow. Let's charge up Lord of Bones. Get him going. Boom. Let's get some bleed on there before these guys die. Let's get some ice. Okay, awesome. So let's do the... He's at 5 and 3, so he's ready to go down. And he's at 5 and 3, so let's try to take him out if possible. Let's do this one. Boom. Perfect. Okay, that's a little bit better score. That was almost breaking the 100k barrier. That's what I'm trying to go for, is trying to break that 100k barrier. I want to get to the point that I can do 100k on each one, and if I can get to that point, I'll feel really good about my placement. Right now I'm at 14, but I've actually bracketed really well with some lower power people. You can see I've got 30s, 20s, 30s, 20s. I really don't have any high level accounts in here with me. 30s and 20s. And I am climbing, and then there's 140. And then there's another 40. So I got 2 40s in here, and the rest are 20s and 30s. So I feel pretty good about my chances as far as what score I end up with. Will it be competitive in trying to get number 1. I'm only at 6 right now, and I'm at 14, but a lot of them haven't had a chance to really go very deep yet. Let's see, is this one where Lady Julie stays with us? Yes, it is. So let's do this one together. Alright, so I'm not really so worried about my board at the start like I have been with all the other events, and not so worried about cascading either. So it is an actual relief to not have to focus on those things so much during this event, because they're not as important as they are in everything else. In all the other events, you need that good board start, and you need a ton of cascading to make it really work. With this, it's all about timing and trying to, yes, still finish as fast as possible, but the cascading in the board is not as important to your overall success as it is in a lot of the other events. Man, I'm struggling. I cannot get no ice on this team. Now I've got my ice or stunned. Okay, here we go. Lord of Bones will come up, and we can start to apply ice. Once you get ice on there, it stays. Bleed wears off, so just keep that in mind. That's kind of why I'm holding back on these two before I do bleeds, because I don't want to kill them before I can get those stacks on there. I'm trying to make it, you know, cohesive as far as when the turn order goes. 5 and 3, now would be a great time to kill him off. If I could charge Julie up, that'd be great. Boom. Okay, she got him. And I've got her in the bank for execute when I need it. Okay, let's get some ice going. Can't get that gem, but I do want to try to charge up Lord of Bones so I can get some blue there though. Let's get some ice. And I'm tempted to go ahead and put the green on. Or put the bleed on, I mean. Let's do one of these wolf gems. And let's hang on to that bleed just for a minute. Oh, let's get these wolf gems right here. 2 of them. That's good. That threw some ice up there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the bleeds on. He is at 5 and 3, so he is a good target. Well, I can't target him. He is... has bleed and 1 ice, so really don't want to kill him yet if I don't have to. So I'm going to pass on slaying him right now. As soon as his taunt goes down, I'm going to take this guy out though, if he still has his stacks of bleed on. Okay, he's dropped a couple of his stacks of bleed, so now is not the best time to really take him out. Now, there we go. Let's get his bleed back. There we go. Now let's take him out. He is at max stacks. Let's target him. Boom. Julie, do your thing. Okay, this one is at 5 and 3. So this would be a good one to take out right now too, if I could. That almost did it. Okay, Lord of Bones will take her out probably and put ice on this one, so that's what we're going to do. Boom. Oh, good. Got 2 and 2 on him. Get that wolf gem. Get another wolf gem, plus charge up this guy. I don't need the stacks of bleed just yet. He is about to die though, so I need to be considerate about using him before he dies. I want to try to get just a little bit more ice on this guy. Okay, there we go. Boom, max bleed, max ice. Now would be a good time to put him down. Let's target and use Julie to execute. Boom. So I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to get it. Starting to get it. Okay, let's put ice on everybody. Boom, boom, boom. This should have used that one and got that wolf gem. I wasn't thinking. Okay, let's try to get Jon Snow charged up, try to get Lord of Bones charged up, get some bleed on there. And I still got room for more bleed. Go ahead and use it. Let's do Lord of Bones, get more ice. Jon Snow, get more ice. Okay, this one is, he is max, so he would be a good one to take out, but I don't have a finisher ready. Okay, so now I'm going to focus on this one instead. Try to get bleed and ice on that one. If I could accidentally kill that one with a gem match, that'd be great. Maybe right there, yeah. Okay, good deal. So now we've got 1 ice and 2 bleed. We need to get those stacks on them as quick as possible before we kill them. Okay, I've got my bleeder charged up. See if I can get some ice going. Alright, that'll work right there, I bet. Okay, 2 ice, that's not enough. Don't know if I can get any more ice on there before I accidentally have to kill it, so I'm just going to go ahead and kill it. 99k, that is getting ever closer, 300 away from that mark that I've set myself of 100k per battle. I'm getting there, They're getting progressively better as we go on, you can tell. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pause for just a little bit and do a few battles so that this video doesn't end up being 2 hours long. It's already 45 minutes, so I want to kind of tone it down just a little bit. So I'm going to do about 4 or 5 battles, and then I'll bring you back at the end. I think you pretty much get the idea at this point what I'm trying to do. When I have to sub out Julie at some point, I'll put Ned back in for the ice generation and just try to not use him. That's why I have him kind of put off to the side of the team order so that he's not right there in the middle hitting everybody with his gem matches. So we'll try to do that. So I'll bring you back. So I had to bring you back to flex on this one. This was the next one right after I paused it. I should have left it open for one more battle. Finally broke the 100k barrier. 105 on that one was a really good one. There was a lot of enemies in this one, but it just went so well. The matches were where I needed them when I needed them, and it could have, if it would have went faster, it would have been a lot better score, but there was a lot of enemies in that, so I'm actually surprised I got that good of a score on that one. But I did stack a lot, and that's what it was. You can see the stack score alone was 75k, so yeah, that was a great one. That was a great one. You would know right after I pause it. There we go. And then the next one right after that broke the 100k barrier as well. So maybe we'll just keep recording while I'm playing. And then now watch me get a really sorry one. Yeah, it's totally going to happen. I'm calling it ahead of time. So I'm starting to get the feel for the team. Trying to charge up the ice dealers before I blow my top on the bleeders is kind of a balancing act. Making sure you have your bleeders charged up and ready to go as soon as you can stack that ice. Stacking the ice is what takes a second, seems like. Let's get some yellow and blue. Okay, here we go. So on this group right now, I'm going to put some ice on them, but that's probably going to kill them. So I think I'm going to use my bleed first and then do ice. Yep, it killed them. But I got to get that ice on there too, so... Okay, this guy's ready. When you see your brittle come up, as long as you've got your stacks of bleed on there, you know you can take them out. So you know you're brittle, you know you've got max ice, and then you just use one of your bleeders you got in the bank to get those brittle or bleed up, and then Lady Julie's a good executor. This one's at 3 and 3. Let's get this wolf gem and try to see if we can charge up an ice dealer. Jon Snow or Lord of Bones would be great right now. There we go. Alright, well, that took him out. I was trying to get one more stack of ice on him. But I'm starting to get the hang of it, I feel like. So I feel like I could actually be competitive now. I'm feeling good. Feeling good about this team. On Treacherous, where I'm at with my power, I think is pretty good. Pretty good. Almost a sweet spot. Okay, let's get ice, and then let's get some bleed. Let's do... How many bleeds this guy got? I hate it that it doesn't show the debuff when you need it to. Okay, so he's only got 2 ice and no bleed. So this guy needs another bleed as well. So let's go ahead and throw some bleed out there. And the only way I'm going to get any more ice is if I get a Wolf Gem or Jon Snow up. Okay, this guy's ready to go. So let's execute. Boom. Max stacks. And this will be good right here because this will execute this. Well, didn't execute him, but I thought it was gonna. Let's go ahead and target him just in case we can get him out of here because he's got max stacks. So I want to try to get rid of him as soon as possible before that bleed runs off. Okay, let's take that Wolf Gem. Boom. Boom. Do some blue at him. Okay, good, we got him. Alright, this guy's ready to assassinate as well. Come on, let me target him. Gotta find a way to get rid of him while he's charged up. Okay, he lost a bleed, so now we need to, before we kill him, try to get that bleed back on. Oh, so close to charging up my bleeder. And he lost all his bleed, so that's not going to go well. Okay, let's get our max stacks on, and then let's assassinate him. Boom. That ought to went pretty good. Okay, not as good as I thought, but it's still, you know, 90s is good. I'm not going to be sad about a 90 all day long. Feeling like this one will be a pretty good one once I get it done. Last 3 enemies on this one. Just try to get some more ice stacked up on them. Okay, let's try to get Lord of Bones would be ideal right now. Okay, very good. Let's get some ice on them. And let's go ahead and throw some bleed on them. Alright, I don't have max bleed on a couple of them, so I want to make sure that before they accidentally get killed. Let's try to get Jon Snow charged up to do some more ice. Okay, there we go. Got 5 and 3 on this one now. And 4 and 3 on that one. That's going to probably be about as good as I can get him. I have one more bleeder in reserve in case I needed it, but I want to go ahead and end the turn order being Jon and Lord of Bones are so far away. The only other option I would have to make another stack of ice would be as if I had a Wolf Gem ready and I don't have one I can match, so I'm just going to go ahead and take him out. Least amount of turns so that I can try to maximize my score somehow. So that was a good one. I had a feeling that one was going to be a good one. That's the best I've ever done so far, so I'm getting there. I'm learning, and we're seeing the mechanics come together as we play, so that's really cool. I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go, and I'm in 4th, but like I said, a lot of them haven't had a chance to really land where they're going to land yet, so let's keep it going. Don't know how this one's going to go. This one's been kind of a mess. I'm not going to lie. The Caitlin Stark one has been pretty challenging. She's been pretty tough. Trying to get her down. And I'm dreading if she puts renew on herself here in a minute. I don't think she has renew on herself right now. No. But yeah, she's been a little on the tough side. Okay, let's get some more bleed on her. And let's do some ice. Make sure we got ice on our archer. Okay, now we need to take her down. Need to take her down as fast as possible. Let's take this wolf gem out. Let's get Jon Snow on her to do some damage. She has been challenging. Lady Julie hit her. There we go. That's what we needed. Okay. That one didn't do as great as I'd hoped, but I'm getting up there. I'm rank 2. Running out of rope. Gotta get some better scores, and there's some that I'll go back and work on later. This just will give me a jumping off point and let me know where I'm at with the way everybody else shook out. So I'm going to do these battles, and then I'm just going to let this bracket sit for a little bit, kind of see who's interested in trying to do better and who's not, see who my competition is, and then I'll go back later and try to redo some of them. I got to save myself some time to do Kingslayer later though, because I am going to try to make that happen as well tonight. The event ends later on tonight, and I want to get the 4th video in the series out so that we can see the progression from normal to hard to treacherous to Kingslayer. And just, I'm pretty happy because I've learned throughout the process, and I feel like I pretty well understand and got it now. Now I just need to make some better scores happen. Need to make some better scores happen. Okay, let's get some more ice on them, and then we'll make sure we got our bleed stacked. Try to get Lord of Bones charged up. Boom, there we go. Keep our bleed stacks up. Okay, these two are ready to go down now. They're max stacks. Boom, there goes one of them. Let's try to get rid of this guy before he loses his bleed. Don't need to use the ice right now. It would be nice to have the damage on him, but I'm going to go ahead and save this one in the hole, as well as this one too. I'm going to save this one because I've got 5 more enemies coming up. So to have my 2 ice stackers ready to go is a really good deal. Let's try to see if we can use these wolf gems to do some damage to him. Okay, so he lost 2 of his bleed, so I want to make sure I get that back on there before he gets killed, and then let's use this gem right here to do it. Boom. Okay, so now I've got my 2 ice dudes ready to go, so this ought to be a slam dunk right here. Got 1 on each. Got 5 on that guy already. Now we need to try to get some. I'm going to hang on to my bleed because they still got quite a bit of health left. Let's try to figure out a way to get some more ice on there. The wolf gem will help. Okay, I've got my executioner ready. So let's see where the bleed stacks are on this guy. Okay, he's got 1. Put some more bleed on him. I could take him out maybe. Okay, he's got max stacks. Let's try to take him out. Whoops, I didn't have him targeted. Dadgummit. Well, that sucks. That ruined that turn. Okay, now I've got them both ready to go out. Now I just need to get rid of them as fast as possible. So let's use some damage. Boom, that worked. Oh, I still got 1 more. I was thinking that was it. Okay, let's do ice on you. Let's get our other icer going. Got a wolf gem to get some more ice. Got another wolf gem to get some more ice, hopefully. No. didn't do it. Let's hang on to our bleed for just 1 second. Probably ought not hang on to it too long though. Okay, the bleed's not wore off yet, so I'm going to hang on to my bleed just real quick. Okay, so now I've got a choice. Let's try to do the wolf gem and see if we can get one more stack of ice on him, and then we'll try to finish him off. Okay, good. So we got him max stacked. And let's take him out. Boom. Man, that was not a good score compared to what I felt like that match was going to be. It's so hard to know to predict what your scores are going to be. Golly. Okay, so I got 2 battles left and I've taken over the #1 spot. Not really the greatest score so far. I would like to get more like a 1.4 to 1.5 to feel comfortable. Treacherous, you have to get #1 to get the legendary, so it's super important that I go back and do some of these battles and try to do better, because it's all about the legendary. Okay, got a wolf gem there. Got a wolf gem there. Let's get some ice going. Got 2 there. Great. Stack some more ice. Boom, 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 boom. Got quite a bit of ice stacking up. Got some wolf gems. Okay, let's get some more ice. And we'll do a little bit more bleed because they're getting low on health. Any turn could kill them. Just take some cascades. Alright, there's a wolf gem. Let's get that on there. Boom. That guy was ready to go and I was just fixing to target him so I could use Julie on him, but he killed himself. Let's see how many stacks of bleed this guy's got. ×3. Okay, this guy is ready to go pretty much. He just needs a tiny bit more ice. So let's see if we can get some blue. Alright, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. That should kill them both, hopefully. Nope. Alright, let's match this guy out. Match this guy out. Boom. Oh, that didn't do it. I figured it would. That didn't do anything. What was I thinking? There goes Daisy trying to get in the video. Okay, so I've got max ice and max bleed, so I really don't need to do more bleed, but I do need a little bit of damage, and I don't really know if I want to waste my executioner on 1000 damage, so I think I'm going to go ahead and use this guy to take him out and save Julie to do some good damage on one of these other guys. So let's put some ice on him. Let's get some more blue, get John charged, get some ice. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get some bleed on there because this one's hurting. He may go down next turn, so I want to make sure we get some bleed on him. Let's get the wolf gem. Got max, so now let's take him out with Julie. Saved her just for this. Boom. Got him perfect. Okay, 2 ice and 3 bleed, 3 ice and 3 bleed. So what I really need is more ice. So let's try to get some ice charged up. Got some blue gem right there. Boom. That'll work. Got another gem right there. That'll work. Got another one right there. Boom. Got another one, but I got my icer charged up now, so I'm probably going to go ahead and try to use him first. Hopefully he won't kill him. Good deal. Now let's get our bleeder charged up so that we can put the bleed on. Hopefully. Whoops, that was the wrong one. I should have did this one. Okay, this guy's ready to go down, so let's target him. And this guy's close. We just need to charge up Lord of Bones probably. That'll do it right there a bit. Okay. This guy's ready to go down, so I'm going to go ahead and take him out with Julie. Then I'm going to do ice. And I'm going to do bleed. Boom. Max stacks. That was worked out great. Still got 3 more though, so we got to work it down. A lot of enemies on this one. Get a 2 for 1 on that. Alright, let's do ice. So let me know in the comments if you see something that you think I could be doing better. I feel like I've pretty well got it. I kind of know what I'm doing now. The first couple videos I really didn't know a whole awful lot about what I was doing. I was just trying to learn, and I think I've kind of got it now. So if in the comments you see something that I'm doing that you think I could do better, or if you think you know of a better team comp, shout me out and let's talk about it, because I'm doing this mainly to help the community learn how to do this event better so they can get better scores as well. So any advice would be welcome, because that would help us all. Okay, let's put some bleed on there before he goes down. Get my icer charged up. Ice, ice, baby, come on. All right, there we go. Boom, ice. Okay, so I got 5 and 2, 4 and 2, and then I'm not sure where this guy is. Can't get his card to come up. There we go. He is 4 and nothing, so I need some more bleed before I do this ice. Tough one, because the bleed is probably going to kill this guy. Let's go ahead and do this and try. Okay, that worked out good. All right, good deal. Got some bleed on him, and now let's take him out with ice. All right, and then this guy's ready to go down. Take him out as fast as possible. Got a 2 for 1 there. And let's match him out. Match him out. Okay, need some bleed on him. Need to get my red bleeder charged up before he dies. Let's get him charged up. This may kill him, but it may also give me the ability to do him. There we go. Boom. Worked out great. And that still wasn't the greatest score ever. Wow. This is tough, man. You think you're doing really good, and then you see those 80K scores. I mean, a lot of people would be happy with 80K, but I am not. I want 100K plus on every battle. To get a comfortable lead, I want to be able to do that, and I'm going to have to go back and do a few of them. All right, I'm going to go ahead and nail the last one, and then we'll see where we'll reassess and see where we're at, and then I'm going to leave it there. And hopefully at the end I'll end up with first place. At the last video I'll do Kingslayer, and then I'll let it sit until the rewards calculate. That way I can showcase the rewards on that last video. Let it pause and just let it sit, and that way you'll see how we ended up. If you've watched all 3 well, this one and the first 2, if you watched all 3 so far, you can see the learning progression I've went through. And then the last one will showcase Kingslayer and then the end, and you'll see the result of the effort to try to get some legendary gear. See how that goes. I'll be in a much better position next time because I will have the experience. A lot of the people that were testers last week got to play ahead of time, and that probably helped them out quite a bit to be able to do really good this time around. So the ones that we're struggling against that are getting the really insane 1.5, 1.6 mil scores overall know what they're doing for sure. Okay, so let's try to get some bleed on there before that archer dies. And I got max stacks of bleed probably. Let's do some ice if I can get it charged up. All right, good. Boom, boom. That took those two out. Let's get the bleeders charged up and the icers charged up. Okay, so I got my bleeders ready. Got some ice stacks on him right there with the wolf gems. Let's get some more ice. Kind of wish I could have got max ice with the wolf gem instead of having to use my hero power, because I'd kind of like to save my hero power for the next round, because I'll have 3 to 4 enemies there and I've got everybody pretty well charged up. So I may sacrifice getting max stacks on this guy just to try to see if I can get the next turn order to come up with these guys charged. So let's do bleed on him. Max stacks he's at, so let's go ahead and take him out. Now I'll have my icers charged up for a full round. Well, I don't know how it's going. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to get 3 of the 4 that are left. And that's good because I can get some ice on them. And get some more ice on them. Okay, use a wolf gem. Get some more ice. Get some bleed because those 2 are about to die. So we'll get some bleed on them before they go. Oh, good cascades. So I'm kind of in a tough place right here. I need to get some more ice, so let's try to get some with the wolf gem. That didn't work. Well, it gave 1 to him, but I'm trying to get another ice on him, as well as another bleed. Now that killed him. Okay, let's get some more ice on them. I wish I could get this gem in there. Let's try to move some of those through. Get some ice on them, this one. Lady Julie, I'm going to go ahead and use her on him. He was max stacked, so he was ready to go. I honestly didn't expect that shot to one-shot him like that. But that's okay. He was max stacked, so that's what I wanted to get rid of him. Okay, this guy, let's put some ice on him if possible. Right there, yep. And right there, that ought to be good. Boom, got him. So on the last one, I got a 93. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I know it was difficult, but you did what you had to, Your Grace. Thank you, Talisa. We got it. Completion. Let's look at the scores that I ended up with. 1.477. I think I could easily push that to 1.5. The rewards for Treacherous, Shards of Lady Talisa, and then some legendaries. Am I reading that right? 2 legendary gear? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's normal. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking it was only going to be 1, but it's only 1 place. But you get 2 pieces, so that's good. So I'm definitely going to be fighting to try to keep that. I do have scores that I can work up. 87, 88, 81. I do have a lot of 100s, 90, high 90s, but I've got that 68 and 89 and 78 and 82. So I got quite a bit of scores that I can make up probably another 20 to 30K. So I should be able to push this to 1.5 easily. I'll just have to put in a little bit of work later behind the scenes, but I've got 11 hours and 7 minutes left. So I have plenty of time to kick over and make another video on Kingslayer. We're going to go in and do the 4th installment of this play series with Kingslayer, and then I'll have the ending results added into this video as well. I'm going to wait a little bit later, probably about 2 or 3 hours before the event ends before I jump into that. I may do it just a little bit earlier than I normally do because I think there's going to be quite a bit of replay involved in this one. in Kingslayer, especially to get the scores that I need to get first or second or third. Ideally, I would like to get first because these sweet Rob shards are in there, plus the good red Jon Snow shards. I would love to get 15 of those as well. So I'm going to shoot for first on Kingslayer and try to see how I do. Real quick before I go, though, I want to do something fun. I have some shards saved up. Let me see what my house is saying real quick. La la la. Everybody's saying hi. Hope you're having a good weekend. We have a very active house with an insane medal count. Check that out. We're about to break 3.5 mil on our medals. We're like one of the only alliances in the game that are actually that high. So, yep. We're serious. We do 10 Skull Dragons all day long. We get legendaries all day long. You can see my recruitment post on the official Discord, and you can see the screenshots I post in there every time. Most of the time when we get some, I post them. A lot of times members don't pass those pictures on. I wish they would pass them on every time, but we have some that escape our notice there, and we like to pass it on and let everybody know this is what you can get. So I got Stannis coming up soon. That's going to be great. So what I want to do is I want to do some summons because I have 25 summon tokens for the Robb Stark summon, which is not a whole lot, but it's something. Let me see where I'm at with their shards. I have... where are you, Robb and Talisa? The very bottom, because you're weak. Okay, Talisa, I've got her at 2 stars, and she has 0 of 35. So it's possible I could get another star on her. Robb, I have him at... where is Robb? Where is Robb hiding? Robb's like 2-star too, so he should be up there. He is. Robb's at 2 stars, and he has 5 of 35. So I actually could probably get Robb up if I get some good luck to a 3rd star, and possibly Talisa as well. I don't have the ability to get any more tokens through my trials because they're only earned from the event, and I've only done normal, hard, and treacherous so far, so I could get some more tokens in Kingslayer. Hopefully I'll get enough to do one more pull, but I'm going to do some pulls now and see how my luck goes. So let's go. Give me some good sweet Robb and Talisa. Boom. Boom. 5. Okay, so not the greatest luck, but it's something. Okay, let's do one more. Boom. Let's go, let's go. I'm going to be a little bit short on a full pull of tokens for the next one. Boom, 20 lucky. That's a good one. Like that. I wish I could have got some Robb in there with her, though. Going to be a little bit short to do a full times 10 summon on the next one, but I'm going to go ahead and do it because 389 gold's not that big a deal. It is worth it to be able to pull these, so I want to do it while I'm live here. Let's go. Be a good one. End the video on a really good one. Boom. Okay. Well, got some Red John. I like that. I'm actually liking the fact that I'm getting this Jory Cassell as well, because I'm thinking he might actually be somebody that might be a good addition to a lower strength party like normal and hard. He might be a good one to put in there because he puts out a lot of ice as well. So while I level up some of them for the higher strength, I'm going to hang on to him in the pocket to hopefully use him for something coming up for a lower strength team. All right, so we're 30 out of 80 on the pity meter. I'm going to leave it set at Robb Stark for the tokens for bonus because I think out of the two, he might be the best of the two heroes, him and Talisa. Not sure. Talisa could be good, though, because she does some really good heal. So, and some ice, so we'll see. Special Focus Summon, can't do another one of those because I don't have the gold for it, but that would be cool if I could do another one of them. and the summons that are up right now are basically the ones you're used to already. You know the drill on these. I don't really need to go over those because I'm sure you know which ones of those are good and which ones aren't. Let's get a recap on where I'm at with Valerian Shards. I'm at 28k, so it won't be long before I can do another ×10 pull on the dragons. That'll be fun. I always enjoy that. But thank you for watching this third video installment in the ROBBS War series, the Let's Play. Let's learn how to play. Let's do good together. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've learned something. If you do appreciate this content, let me know in the comments. Say something. You know, let me know some tips and tricks that you've come up with so that everybody else can learn to be better. Always check the description of my video for a link to my Discord. We have a thriving, active Discord. We'd love to have you. We talk and focus about Game of Thrones Legends. We also have a King Arthur Legends Rise guild that we house there as well, so that's kind of fun. If you're into that game as well, you can join us in that and play multiple games with us. We've built quite the community. So thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you again in episode number 4 where we tackle Kingslayer. See you later. Peace.